Ladies and gentlemen, we have the presentation of the graduation certificates. Chief Petty Officer Dendy, the section commander for Delta 188, will now read the names of the graduates and where they'll be assigned. We ask that you please remain seated and be courteous of those that might be seated behind you.
Fireman Apprentice Anthony Cotton, Coast Guard Station, Fort Pierce, Florida. Seaman Apprentice Malik Larcher, Coast Guard Cutter Steadfast, Warrenton, Oregon. Seaman Loana Carey Torrance, Coast Guard Station, Brunswick, Georgia. Seaman Adam Rodriguez, Coast Guard Cutter Obion, Owensboro, Kentucky. Seaman Natalie Crane, Coast Guard Sector Puget Sound, Seattle, Washington. Seaman Trevor Wilson, Coast Guard Cutter Grand Isle, Gloucester, Massachusetts. Seaman Cody Dale McInerney, Coast Guard Cutter Axe, Morgan City, Louisiana. Seaman Daniel Kellum, Coast Guard Cutter Monroe, Kodiak, Alaska. Seaman Ian Fenwick, Coast Guard Station, Atlantic City, New Jersey. His certificate is being presented by his mentor, Chief Petty Officer Glover, in the U.S. Coast Guard. Seaman Jackson Donaldson, Coast Guard Cutter Steadfast, Warrenton, Oregon. Seaman Jillian Joyner, Coast Guard Finance and Accounting Division, Seattle, Washington. Fireman Bethany Irvin, Coast Guard Cutter Hawksbill, Monterey, California. Seaman Liana Fernandez, Coast Guard Station, Mayfield, Florida. Her certificate has been presented by her mentor, Senior Airman Shelton Locke, U.S. Seaman Alan Dale Putnam Jr., Coast Guard Station, Oswego, New York. His certificate has been presented by his mentor, Seaman Nolan Kinney, U.S. Coast Guard. Seaman Morgan McNabb, Coast Guard Cutter Dependable, Cape May, New Jersey. Seaman Joseph Reyes, Coast Guard Port Security Unit 309, Clearwater, Florida. Seaman Apprentice Jacob McStravick, Coast Guard Cutter Gallatin, Charleston, South Carolina. Seaman Patrick McIntosh, Coast Guard Cutter Reliance, Kittery, Maine. Seaman Samuel Callison, Coast Guard Cutter Boutwell, San Diego, California. Seaman Apprentice Katrina Marie Conlon, Coast Guard Cutter Laguerre, Portsmouth, Virginia. Her certificate is being presented by her grandfather, Petty Officer Robert Lagarine, U.S. Coast Guard, retired. Seaman Alexandra Trenant, Coast Guard Cutter Mellon, Seattle, Washington. Fireman Keenan Harden, Coast Guard Cutter Decisive, Pascagoula, Mississippi. Seaman Jennifer Cassandra Maynard, Coast Guard Cutter Sitkanak, Miami, Florida.
Good job, Maynard.
Seaman Armando Edward Julian, Coast Guard Cutter Midget, Seattle, Washington. Seaman Michael Robert Eisner, Coast Guard Cutter Vigorous, Cape May, New Jersey. His certificate been presented by his mentor, Seaman Rosado, U.S. Coast Guard. Seaman William Matthew Brewer, Coast Guard Port Security Unit 308, Kiln, Mississippi. Seaman Joseph Oswaki, Coast Guard Cutter Mellon, Seattle, Washington. Seaman Robert Basil, Coast Guard Cutter Washington, Santa Rita, Guam. His certificate is being presented by his father, Chief Warrant Officer David Bezel, United States Navy. Seaman Jarian Dragon, Coast Guard Cutter Forward, Portsmouth, Virginia. Seaman Apprentice Joshua Sabe Robinson, Coast Guard Cutter Boutwell, San Diego, California. Seaman Casey Reynolds, Coast Guard Cutter Escanaba, Boston, Massachusetts. Seaman Ryan Owen, Coast Guard Cutter Resolute, St. Petersburg, Florida. Seaman Timothy Joseph Deal, Coast Guard Station Eastport, Maine. Seaman Apprentice Ryan Schultz, Coast Guard Cutter Alder, Duluth, Minnesota. Fireman Carr Will, Coast Guard Cutter Harriet Lane, Portsmouth, Virginia. His certificate is being presented by his brother-in-law, Petty Officer Adrian Cashwell, U.S. Coast Guard. Seaman Apprentice Brian Cuevas, Food Service Specialist, A School, Petaluma, California. Fireman Apprentice John Jared Fimple, Coast Guard Cutter Boutwell, San Diego, California. Seaman Brian Belaurier, Coast Guard Station Yaquina Bay, Oregon.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are the graduates of Delta 188. Graduates, this is your final muster as Delta 188. When you are dismissed, your company will be disbanded forever. You'll become working members of the Coast Guard family assigned around the world. You have been trained and challenged by the best our service has to offer. Your training has taught you that the Coast Guard's 3 core values of honor, respect, and devotion to duty should guide your performance, your conduct, your decisions of every minute of every day. We wish you great success and hope your lives and careers are blessed with fair winds and following seas. Remember, greatness is not where we stand, but what direction we are moving. We must sail sometimes with the wind and sometimes against it, but sail we must, not drift nor lie at anchor. Post the company guide on. Strike the company flag. Petty Officer Torres, disband the graduating company.